Hello and welcome to our biology class. Today's topic is sewage treatment by microorganisms from the lesson Microbes in Human Welfare of 12th Biology. So what is sewage? The municipal waste water which contains lots of what? Organic matter, dry leaves, twigs, excreta of animals, etc. And of course many microorganisms also, isn't it? Because you know that wherever organic matter is there, that becomes the breeding place of what? Many microorganisms. So just imagine if this municipal water or the sewage water is directly released into water bodies, what will happen? That will cause water pollution, isn't it? And if we drink that water, we may get contagious diseases not only for human beings but for the other animals also. So this water has to be treated to reduce the pollutants. Okay, so microbes can be used. That is one of the useful aspect of microbes. That is, microbes can be used to control the pollutants, to reduce the pollutant rate, and then that water can be released into water bodies, right? So that treatment is called sewage treatment. So today we are going to learn about the process of sewage treatment, right? Sewage treatment has two steps. First step is called primary treatment and the second step is called secondary treatment. Primary treatment. Here primary treatment has again two stages. First one is called filtration. Okay, here what is done, you know, all the floating debris, okay, it may contain dry leaves, twigs, etc., isn't it? That will be sequentially filtered. That is the first stage of primary treatment. The second stage is called sedimentation. Here the sewage water is allowed to settle. Then the grit. What is grit? Small soil particles and the pebbles will settle down. The one which has settled is called as primary sludge and the supernatant is called as the effluent. Right? Now we are ready for the secondary treatment. So primary treatment is ready. Now the effluent is taken to another tank for the secondary treatment. Secondary treatment involves the effluent is taken to an aeration tank. Why is it called an aeration tank? Here oxygen is pumped into it and the water is continuously agitated. Right? So what happens? Aerobic bacteria will start growing on it and they'll consume the organic matter that is present in the sewage water. Right? So they'll form a flock. What do you mean by flock? The aerobic bacteria along with the fungal elements, they'll form a mesh in the aeration tank and the aerobic bacteria will consume the organic matter. So how will we come to know that the pollutants or the organic matter has been reduced? By checking the BOD. What is BOD? Biological oxygen demand. What do you mean by biological oxygen demand? The amount of oxygen that would be consumed if all the organic matter in 1 liter of water, sewage water, is being oxidized by the aerobic bacteria. So a polluted water may contain more BOD. So the water will be kept in the aeration tank till the BOD becomes less. That means most of the organic matter, the pollutants are removed. Okay, now what happens? This water will be taken to another tank. Okay, the second stage of the secondary treatment starts. Here what is done, you know, it is allowed to settle down, right? So what happens? The flock, I told you what is flock, isn't it? The fungal elements and the aerobic bacteria, they'll settle down and the one which settles is called as activated sludge. Right? Now what we do know, a small portion of this activated sludge is taken back to the aeration tank For what purpose? To serve as an inoculum. You know what is meant by inoculum, isn't it? So a small part of the activated sludge will be taken back to the aeration tank as inoculum. The rest of the activated sludge will be taken to another container, another tank, which is called anaerobic sludge digester tank. Anaerobic sludge digester tank. Right? Here what happens, you know, anaerobic bacteria will start growing. And what will they do, you know? They'll consume this flock, okay, and they will degrade it. So while doing so, this anaerobic bacteria will release gases like hydrogen sulfide, methane and carbon dioxide, okay. That forms biogas. See, now we have already, the purpose of sewage treatment is to purify the water, but here we have got a source of energy also. What is that? It's biogas, isn't it? So biogas is also produced with the help of microorganism. Anyway, the effluent water will be now, it has reduced the pollutant rate, isn't it? Now the effluent water can be slowly released into the water bodies. So this is a very good method of preventing what? Water pollution. So microorganisms play a very good role in what purpose, in what way? To control the water pollution.